Tonight, Korea's ruling and opposition parties have failed once more to break a deadlock over control of parliamentary committees, more than a month since the second half of the Assembly's four-year term began. And at the same time, a fast-tracked overhaul of prosecutors' investigative powers is opening new fault lines, both between the parties and within the ruling camp itself. Our political correspondent Moon Hye-ryeon joins us in the studio to tell us more. Welcome, Hye-ryeon.
Good evening, Dami.
So, Hye-ryeon, what happened in today's talks? Let's begin with that.
So another round of negotiations actually broke down this afternoon, Dami, and the ruling Democratic Party floor leader Han Byung-do and his People Power Party counterpart Jeong Jeom-sig met under National Assembly Speaker Jeong-sik, but neither side moved. The talks stumbled on two issues, such as how to appoint a special counsel to investigate a shortage of ballot papers during last month's local elections, and how to divide the Assembly's remaining 7 standing committee chairs. Speaker Cho, who has already delayed a resolution once this month, again pressed both parties to finish forming committees before Constitution Day this Friday. Chung left the meeting reportedly visibly frustrated, accusing the Democratic Party of pressuring the opposition rather than negotiating in good faith.
The DP should unilaterally amend the National Assembly Act so the largest party formally monopolizes all 18 chairs and take them that way. Stop pretending negotiations exist while using intimidation and pointless delay instead.
Han, for his part, maintains the DP has shown patience and the opposition hasn't reciprocated, pointing to its refusal to submit a committee member list. The DP already elected 11 of the 18 chairs unilaterally on June 30th, including the powerful Legislation and Judiciary Committee, prompting the PPP's continuing boycott of Assembly business.
Well, speaking of the Legislation and Judiciary Committee, what's currently happening there on the prosecutorial reform front?
And like you said, this is the major next front. And even without the opposition present, the DP has kept the Legislation and Judiciary Committee running. Its subcommittee is reviewing a bill currently that would abolish prosecutors' so-called supplementary investigation authority. And this is the power that lets a prosecutor step back into a police-led case and investigate further if gaps remain. The party argues that removing this authority is the final piece of a broader prosecutorial reform launched last year, which already abolished the prosecution service's old structure and created separate agencies for indictment and major crime investigations.
Completing prosecutorial reform means finishing a criminal justice system that serves the public. Now, revising the Criminal Procedure Act to fully abolish supplementary investigation authority will complete the final piece of prosecutorial reform.
The PPP disagrees and plans to introduce its own bill this week, preserving that authority, warning that removing it would be to concentrate too much power within the police. And notably, some DP lawmakers are also urging caution after allegations of police misconduct surfaced in a recent case. And one lawmaker is drafting an exception that would preserve prosecutors' oversight in cases involving vulnerable victims, such as those affected by sexual violence or abuse of the elderly.
And Hye-ryeon, before I let you go, and what's happening within the ruling party itself?
So the DP is actually preparing for its own leadership contest. So the former party leader Jeong Jeom-sik declared his candidacy on Monday yesterday, completing a 5-way race for the August 17th convention alongside former Prime Minister Kim Min-seok and lawmakers Song Young-gil and Ko Min-jung, among others. And that race has already produced some friction. The party's Supreme Council decided today, on Tuesday, to introduce a preferential voting system for the leadership vote, a move contested by lawmakers seen as close to Jeong Jeom-sik. It's worth watching closely as the party running the government, whoever emerges from this race, will shape how the DP wields its majority once committee formation is settled, including the pace of the very reform agenda we've been discussing tonight.
Well, it certainly sounds like the National Assembly is heading into a busy few days on multiple fronts. Hye-ryeon, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.